Pollution is created by many items that are available to humanity. Pollution are emitted by automobile exhaust pipes. Pollution is not from burning coal to make power. Garbage and sewage from house and business can contaminate the land and the water. Pesticide affect animal by leaking into stream and killing vegetation and insect with chemical poison. In this assignment, we explain how this pollution might happen and what the main causes are. We concentrate on Indonesia, Vietnam, and Malaysia as the three Asian nations with the worst air and water pollution. This assignment also includes a list of the problem remedies so that we can all work together to take care of the environment. Pollution, also known as environmental pollution, is the introduction of any material or form of energy into the environment at a pace that exceeds its ability to be depressed, dilute, decompose, recycle, or store in a harmless form. There is two types of pollution that we will discuss: air and water. Air pollution is any chemical, physical, or biological factor that contains the interior or outdoor environment and alter the natural properties of atmosphere. Air pollution is caused by a variety of sources, including household, combustion device, automobile, industrial operation, and forest fire. Next, water pollution. When dangerous substance, often chemical or microorganism, contain earth, stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, the water quality deteriorates and the water becomes toxic to human or the environment. I'm gonna pass the presentation to my friends.
Referring to an article written by IQ Air in 2021, one of the main issues that contributes to the pollution in Vietnam is the transportation system. There are in excess of 3.6 million cars on the roads and 58 million motorbikes. The majority of these vehicles are found in the towns and cities throughout the country. Most of these vehicles are old and therefore fall short of recommended emissions standards. Together, they cause the daily traffic jams while constantly emitting black smoke into the atmosphere. These vehicles also include the old buses still in use and the trucks and lorries used by the construction companies. Another cause of air pollution in cities is the burgeoning number of construction sites, which create a huge amount of dust. This is mainly from the demolition of existing buildings and the cement powder used for the constructing the new build. In the rural areas of the country, the air pollution is caused by the burning of organic material such as straw and other waste products from agricultural industry. The air quality in Indonesia is considered moderately unsafe. Effective air quality management in Indonesia requires knowing the leading sources of pollution in the city. Information on what share of the pollution problem is attributed to different sources such as traffic has allowed effective clean air actions to be prioritized. According to an article by Travel Doctor Network in 2021, contributors to poor air quality in Indonesia include the mining and oil and gas industry, automobile manufacturing, vehicle emissions, and forest fires. Seasonal variations exist with the highest levels of air pollution occurring during the dry season, which is in June to October, due to forest fires. While forest and peatland and fires are common in Indonesia during the dry season, the situation is worse year by year because of a combination of factors which include extended droughts and also global warming. Besides, there is research that is found that the main sources of air pollution in Indonesia were observed in different seasons. Major sources of pollution that is found in wet season is vehicle exhaust, which also the highest vehicular emissions, coal combustion, construction activities, open burning, paved road dust, and also secondary aerosol and sea salt. Same goes to dry season, but it also includes resuspended soil particles due to dry conditions in Indonesia. This may lead to health issues as the effect of nitrogen dioxide, which also known as NO2, on human skin has been investigated by Hulse in a research study in the Asian and Caucasian populations. Exposure to nitrogen dioxide was significantly associated with more lentigines on the cheeks in both cohorts. The water pollution in Malaysia is originated from point sources and non-point sources. Point sources that have been identified include treatment, sewage treatment plants, manufacturing and agro-based industries, and animal farms. Non-point sources are mainly diffuse ones such as agricultural activities and surface runoff. According to Malaysia Environment Quality Report, in 2004, the Department of Environment has recorded 17,991 water pollution point sources in 2004, comprising mainly sewage treatment plants 54%, manufacturing industries 38%, animal farms 5%, and agro-based industry 3%. Also, Malaysia is experiencing rapid urbanization and population growth. This rapid growth leads to an increased demand for water and spiked levels of water pollution. These factors seriously harm the water quality in Malaysia. Various human, domestic, industrial, commercial, and transportation waste trickle into the water supply. Polluting water sources consequently create serious health hazards. Water quality in Malaysia as well as access to water in general is a major problem. The primary pollutants present in the water are biochemical oxygen demand, ammoniacal nitrogen, and suspended solids. These are consequences of untreated or only partially treated sewage. Lakes and reservoirs serve as domestic, industrial, agricultural, hydroelectric, navigational, and recreational sources of water. Since 98% of the water originates from rivers, river pollution is a serious concern. Other than that, bauxite mining has been a growing concern in Malaysia. Parts of the state of Pahang are covered with layers of red dust, which the bauxite sediment also pollutes the sea along the coast of Kuantan, which beaches along it, such as Teluk Cempedak, is one of the main famous tourist attractions.
What are the factors of pollution in Vietnam? In Vietnam, there are two factors. The first one is indoor smoke that comes from home cooks and heat their houses with biomass fuels and coal. Secondly is outdoor smoke that comes from household polluted air such as transportation, which produces nitrogen oxides, and factories that produce sulfur oxides. The impacts are annually over 60,000 Vietnamese people die due to air contamination. According to the World Health Organization, heart disease and stroke accounted for 58% of ambient air contamination premature death in 2016, while severe obstructive pulmonary disease and intense lower respiratory diseases accounted for 18% and lung cancer for 6%, including both. Next is Indonesia, which also has the worst extent of polluted air. Aside from the same factors as Vietnam, another main reason is because of fire outbreaks. According to the Center for International Forestry Research, a whole week of fires in Indonesia would covering only 1.6% of the entire geographical area, emitted about 5% until 10% of the nation's yearly greenhouse gas production in 2013. Based to Indonesia's National Catastrophe Organization, between January and August in the year, vast hectares of property were burned, such as Central, West, and South Kalimantan, Riau, Jambi, as well as South Sumatra. The impact for them is medical expense of air pollution is staggering. The 2015 haze resulted in upwards of 75,000 occurrences of acute respiratory illnesses. According to a 2010 report, about 57.8% of Jakarta's community suffers from air pollution-related diseases. The haze also impacted other nearest countries. It expanded to Singapore, Philippines, southern Thailand, and Malaysia, resulting in substantial air pollution, then damaging natural environment for orangutans throughout the years. Next, the main pollution in Malaysia is water. About 300,000 tons of garbage dumped into river yearly. The factors are industrial wastes, leaking landfills, underground storage and leakage, animal waste, water waste, pesticide, fertilizers, oil spill, lake, ocean, and marine dumping. The impact concerning water pollution is that it potentially harms a person's heart as well as kidneys if they drink dirty water on a frequent basis. Poor blood circulation, skin sores, vomiting, cholera, gastroenteritis, and nervous system impairment are some of the other health issues linked to dirty water.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. My name is Nushafiqah binti Muhammad Kadri and today I will touch on suggestions. People have been contaminating the environment like never before since the Industrial Revolution. There is almost no spot on the planet today that has not been contaminated in some way. Some pollution is apparent, such as pieces of plastic washed up on our beaches or illicit landfills in forests near large towns, while other pollution is subtle and much deadlier, such as the oxygen we breathe every day. The only way to mitigate the bad behaviors we have adopted in our lifestyle is to become mindful and change our behaviors. There are few ways that can control or improving the pollutions. First, using public transport, walk or ride a bike. Take public transit to workplace if you have the opportunity. In addition, the authorities in some countries adopting electric buses which focus on reducing carbon emission from their public transportation systems. Second, plant trees. Trees in your home and in your community can considerably improve air quality. Polluted air also slowed by trees placed alongside roads or on the boundaries of your land. Consider it a safety shield generated by the tree canopy. This inhibits air pollution from spreading over vast regions. The pollutants are then gradually filtered on the spot, reducing the risk of contamination in nearby locations. Next, plastic waste reduction. Plastic are frequently dumped into water and other bodies of water, leading to water quality degradation. It is advised that you limit using plastic wherever possible to help minimize the quantity of plastic garbage that enters into the ocean. Plastic bottles, cutleries, and straws should all be replaced. Keep in mind to recycle plastic wherever possible. Last but not least, water conservation. It is crucial to focus on conservation practices wherever feasible if you want to help maintain water clean and pure while also environmental protection. On a regular basis, there are numerous strategies to conserve water. It is best to just keep the tap switched out when you are grooming or brushing your teeth. If your landscaping includes a garden, aim to use only as much water as your plant demand. Because water is a limited resource, you should aim to reduce water usage wherever possible. Remember, actions speaks louder than words. That's all from me. Thank you.